We are talking about in this chapter is metallic bonds. Bonds are formed by attraction of positively charged metal ions, which we know metals form positive ions, and the electrons that are in that metal. So instead of them being transferred or them being shared between the atoms, there's a thing, basically it's a pool of shared electrons that creates that bond. So it's not quite the same as a covalent bond, where they're sharing just certain pairs of electrons. In the metallic bond, all the electrons are just being thrown into a pool to share together. So because of metallic bonds, this is why metals have the certain properties that they do. So if we have, I don't know, you say you have a piece of aluminum. There's a bunch of aluminum atoms all together that are bonded together to form that piece of aluminum. When those atoms are close together, those electrons are overlapping. They're swimming back and forth. So that's what's going to give those properties. So first off, because the electrons can move so freely, it makes those metals good conductors. Electricity is caused by the moving of those electrons through through whatever material you have that's moving that energy. So if those electrons can move freely in that pool that they're all being shared within, that means it's going to conduct well. Whereas if we have a non-metal, those electrons aren't able to move around like that, so the energy can't be transferred. Another thing is because, again, they're in a pool of together and they can move a lot, they can move past one another, so they can change position, so it makes that material so that it can be shaped and it can be moved around. So it's malleable, so it can be hammered into sheets, and it's ductile, so it means that it can be pulled into wire. So because they're able to freely move, it makes it so that the whole material as a whole can be shaped in different shapes. If you want extra credit on this, I want you to go ahead and just draw a star next to the title metallic properties, please.